Hello and good evening. This is More Than Goblins once again. This time around, we're drafting something slightly different since Wizards went a bit overzealous on the release of the historic. I was trying to get to release the historic jumpstart stuff. Seems like they can't hit the deadline, and so they are giving us some drafts in historic, and this time around is Amonkhet. Yes, Amonkhet Remastered. Now, I drafted the set when it was, it was split into three. Like it was Hour of Devastation, some Amonkhet, and like Hour of Devastation. But it's been a while. This is not the first time I've drafted this. But the last two times I've done this, it's pretty horrible. I actually don't know if Hour of Promise is actually a good card. In Limited, I remember playing it in Standard for some decks, which it was okay in. But so a couple of things here. If we count Forgotten Realms as an aggressive deck, aggressive set, this set is far more aggressive in what you can do. Things like the Uncrop Crasher can really push through defenses quite well, including things with Fanbearer, even Kenra Scrapper with Menace, and a lot of that kind of stuff. It's actually a set where a 2/4 like the Nega Oracle is actually pretty decent as blockers, as you can see here. Most of the people powers like it's mostly like 3/2. We see a number of 2/2s in the format, or like 3/2 and a lot of that kind of stuff. But we will just pick Uncrop Crusher here. I've gotten beaten down enough time by that to sort of move forward with that. So 2 premium removal here, which I'm kind of surprised are still both here, Abrade and Open Fire. In terms of flexibility, Open Fire is better. Abrade is of course more efficient with it being 2 mana, but the fact that this can hit face is quite attractive. So I'll go ahead and take Open Fire here and sort of move on from that. Maybe you can wheel some of these deserts so that the Hour of Promise can actually do something. Okay, so Okra's Attendant is a good card, being a 5-mana 3/3 flyer, but we're still aiming to be relatively low to the ground and just like extremely aggressive deck here because we already have a good start around that. So we'll go ahead with a Kenra Scrapper here. The other option is Lethal Sting, which does act as a pretty good removal against some of the bigger creatures in the format. Really good with things like Doom Dissenter. I guess I can take this more than the Scrapper. Yeah, let's go ahead and try it out. Let's go ahead and try things out. All right, so we have Shepherd Dunes, which can kill people randomly just because creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn, and activate only a sorcery. Buffing your whole entire team is really good. The black one is also not too bad, which is just a sacrifice to put 2 -1/-1 counters into a creature. Both are pretty good. We're already somewhat in black, so I'll go ahead and pick the black card here. Having that as a secondary removal is also good. So Ruthless Sniper, I'll also pick up here. Ruthless Sniper doesn't necessarily work together with things like Uncrop Crasher because it is really looking at the cycle or discard sort of theme of the black-red decks. But in those decks, this is like really good. So what else do we have here? Manifestation. Okay. I guess it can randomly be big, and it also cycles. Like because we have Ruthless Sniper, we will start focusing on cyclers. It doesn't take long for that. It's already a decent blocker at a 2 mana 0/0/4. it doesn't take too long for it to become something a lot more aggressive. We'll take Desert here. That doesn't do anything, right? Exile, yep. I mean, Blighted Bat is fine. 3 mana, 2/1 flyer, always good. But having deserts is always, you know, always a good thing in the set, because you never know when you need sort of desert synergies and a lot of that kind of stuff. But also the fact that it's just a cycling land, right? There's, you know, sometimes we've had those games where you really just have a lot of, you know, you start flooding and a lot of that kind of stuff. And, you know, having a land that cycles really help at those kind of times. So, you know, that's a really good slot right there. Probably not running this Hour of Promise. Unfortunately, unlike in Forgotten Realms, there's no random treasures that we can sort of get. And the payoff for Hour of Promise is not a big one. Getting to, like, yes, getting extra lands is fine. But, you know, in addition to that, 2/2 black zombie creatures is also fine. But at 5 mana, with having to control 3 or more deserts, you know, that's really a bummer. Okay, yep, Painted Crab can be whatever. Okay, what else do we have? Prowling Serpapard. 3 mana 4/3 can't be countered. That's fine. You know, it's a 3 mana 4/3. That's how you sort of treat it in this draft. Cartouche of Ambition is really good. Putting a -1/-1 counter on something, plus giving your stuff +1/+1 and lifelink. I think that's pretty much where we want to be here. Ruinous Monument is also actually pretty alright, even outside of the sort of green deck, because if you're an aggressive deck, every single creature giving a creature +2/+2 and trample is a very big game. But I'll still stick with Cartouche here, because sometimes lifelink really gets you. Solemnity, part of a combo, definitely not for constructed. What does this do? And recast creature, target creature. Alright, I mean, that's fine, but not something that we are looking at. Blur of Blades can be really good, but probably here we'll take Ramunap Ruins sort of as sort of secondary finisher. Just having some reach is always nice. And we have plenty of deserts as well. A second Open Fire, I'll take that. Oh, this is the Riddle Form. Okay, I really like Riddle Form in some in Constructed, when you can still run it as like a green-red deck. In Limited, it can be good if you have the type of deck that just runs a lot of, you know, just run a lot of spells and a lot of that kind of stuff. You can have multiple Riddle Forms, because a Riddle Form triggers itself, and a lot of that kind of stuff. But here we'll just take Open Fire, a very clean 3 mana, 3 damage card. We'll continue picking sort of the black-red here. Not Nimble Blade Kenra though, but Marden Bone Slasher is a pretty strong card. A 3 mana 3/3 in this set is actually really good. We'll take the Cartouche of Zeal here. I've been super impressed with Cartouche of Zeal. Just being able to remove blockers for a turn, giving something of yours haste, it really does swing the tempo very, very hard, especially if you have multiples. All right, what do we have here? So we have Pathmaker Initiate, which is fine. We don't have a lot of creatures that's actually small enough to get there. What does this do? 4 mana 4/3. Can deal target opponent 2 damage to the opponent planeswalker. I think that's fine. Nothing really interesting here for me. I'll take the Zealot of the God Pharaoh as a Minotaur Archer. Oh, Deem Worthy. Okay, I'll definitely take a Deem Worthy. Having it cycle helps with the Vial Manifestation, Ruthless Sniper, and in terms of some synergies in our deck, as well as it, 5 mana deals 7 damage. We've seen, we use Fireball in Forgotten Realms. Overall, that's good enough here. A third Open Fire. Is Open Fire not really good? Like, why is that still there? Am I just being like, obviously I'm not really seasoned in this particular draft, so all the stuff that I'm spouting out can be absolute trash. So, it's we'll see how this goes, right? We'll take the Soul Singer. Okay, a 2 mana 2/2, perfect. What we want. That discards as well, which sort of helps with the rest of us. Okay, Evolving Wilds here is fine. Yeah, whatever. Life goes on. Torment Hellfire. Okay, now we're talking. I forgot whether this card is good or not in Limited. I'm guessing it's fine. What are we having? So Trial of Ambition, we have 2 cartouche. That is, really good. But Torment of Hellfire gotta be good, right? If you get to like 5 mana even, everything's on the board. You can sacrifice 3 permanents. Like, it's not super awesome. I don't know. Is it permanent? Non-permanent. You know what? I'm gonna take the Trial of Ambition here. I don't know if Trial of Hellfire is actually good or not. Which I can hear perhaps some of you are like screaming, in the back. But, well, that's why this is a pre-recording and not a stream. So I can mess up and you guys can enjoy my messing up wherever that goes. Defeat is whatever. Desert Ceradon, I'll take here. It's a 1 mana cycler. It's pretty much how you see it. That sometimes come down as a 6 mana 6/4. I count that pretty good. Didn't really see what the rest of the stuff is. Okay, all right, we have another cartouche of Zeal, which again I'll take. Because with more cartouche of Zeal, it does push damage through as well as trigger the Trial of Ambition. As soon as we can do this 2 or 3 times, that's just like really, really good. Sort of like playing it once and then cartouching it even just once. Getting it back even just once is great. I'll take a 2 mana 2/2 here. Again, this is a pretty aggressive format. You don't want to fall behind on the 2 slot. We have enough cycler that perhaps the pitiless Vizier can be pretty good. If you attack with it with some mana up, people hesitate to block a 2/4, and if they don't block a 2/4, that's pretty painful on their part. We already have enough playable, I think. So 28 minus 5, 23. Okay, so we have enough playables to sort of continue on. We'll just pick a few things here. Just whatever. I'm not gonna run a second Vizier probably. What's this? Destined. Yeah, I'm in for that. Just like a little combat trick. Plus. I'm quite happy on that one. Brute Strength is also pretty decent. Just the fact it gives trample sort of helps things through, but let's skip that for now. We'll continue on here. Crash through. So I think the different archetype is like the red-black, discard cycle. There is the white-blue embalm. There is white-black zombies, which is also pretty powerful. There's the red-blue sort of spells deck. Some sort of blue-green deck, I'm not sure. I haven't seen a lot of green. White and exert colors, so white-green is also exert. But a bit more, it's less sort of explosive than the white-red exert, I think. But we'll see. Again, I'm not very. This is not a draft that I'm familiar with, shall we say? We have 41 cards, but because of the number of lands that because of the number of cyclers that we're running, I'm pretty comfortable with running 16 lands. 15 lands might be pushing it a bit too much, but I'm okay with this. We have one forest, so to do lead, which can really blow up the opponent if we get to use it correctly at the right time. All right. So we'll see. I'll probably can get a number of games in tonight. I am a bit tired. It has been a pretty long day at work. And if I can't finish the draft tonight, we'll continue on tomorrow with the deck. All right, this seems okay. We have a first, a 1-drop, a 2-drop, a 3-drop. We can discard the supernatural stamina or whatever to the Chaos Mummy, if we need to, because we need to get red mana. Well, I'm just gonna Trial of Ambition here. Might as well get it in. The more creatures on the battlefield, the weaker the Trial of Ambition is, simply because there's just less creature that you can hit with it, and this is absolutely fine now. Imagine if this is still around, and then the Rona's Monument came down, and then next turn something else come around as well. I still really want that red mana though. Give me a mountain or a red desert. I guess red desert is less nice just because it's into the battlefield tap, but I'll take what I can get. Dr. Foki. Okay. Thank you very much, deck. I appreciate it. So I'll just attack. We'll just leave mana up. There's no rush here. We already have 4 power on the board, which is pretty good. A pretty good amount of damage that we're talking about, and 4 turn clock. I guess I'll try and open fire here, but we do have supernatural stamina, which really helps with that. If he plays a creature here, if it's anything, okay, that's dead. That's even more dead, I think. Oh no, actually I can. Ooh, I do have to wait 1 turn, but that is a 2-for-1 if I just let it pass. Do I want to 2-for-1 it? Yeah, I want to 2-for-1 it. Alright, so I'm just letting that run, just so that I can cycle this and get a trigger from the Ruthless Sniper to kill the Fervent Paincaster, while that deals 2 damage to Hope Tender. And that is value. Wait, what? Oh, whoops. That is not value. That is me being stupid, apparently. Yes, oops is correct, opponent. Oops is absolutely right. Well, like I said, I'm not very... I'm not very familiar with the draft, so obviously we'll make mistakes. And hopefully it still works out at the end of the day. I'm just gonna kill the Fervent Paincaster. That's what's gonna happen next. I shall take it as punishment of not reading the card properly. But we're still in a relatively decent position. We have a 3/3 and a 2/2. Oh, I guess discard the Supernatural Stamina. It's a good thing that we're just getting them to discard as well. Their mana is starting to pile up. I don't know what they have in their hand. If it's a land, it's a land, but it should be... Ooh, Lay Claim. Okay, that's good. It's good I got that. That got discarded. Trial Strength is a good card. I think I just opened fire here. No, I'll just attack with everything. I'll just attack with everything. Just Pitiless Vizier. Like trading 1 for 1 here, we're still ahead until he has a cartouche in play and gets to bring back the Trial Strength. But that's the same true for us as well. Having open fire in hand is great. Now what does this do? Nothing. Okay. Yep, as I was saying. That can't block. Trial Ambition goes back to my hand. But we're not even going to bother with Trial Ambition because we're just going to go and kill him. Okay. Cool. I mean, people keep passing me open fire, I'll keep taking open fire. Alright. Don't think this draft is up for a very long time either. I think it's just like 5 days or something. This is kind of awkward, but should be fine. We can Evolving Wild the Swamp and then play from there. Against Mickey. The Swamp. Alright, that's something, that's something. We discard the forest. I feel like we'll just discard the forest here. I think the Ramanap Ruin is pretty important in the deck, so I don't want to discard that. I also don't want to discard any actual cards at this point. Although it might be right to discard sort of like Soul Stinger. Not very keen on the card. Gust Walker. We drew a fourth land, so yeah, there's that. I don't mind if he trades here. Nope, okay. Are we just gonna slug it out? I think we're just gonna slug it out. Got a camel on our hands. There is a consideration of just killing the Miasmic Mummy with a Soul Stinger and just having a 4 or 5 there. But this is a chance for it to be a 2 for 1. If he attacks with a camel, I block the camel. dies, Gust Walker also dies. So, you know, I'm cool with that as well. And since he has no desert yet, the solitary camel does not have lifelink. Something that does feels nice when your card is like in terms of value is already used up. That means you can just keep throwing it at the wall. See if they want to trade with either Gust Walker or Solitary Camel, which is a much better card than Miasmic Mummy. So yeah, this is quite a nice feeling. Just continue attacking. Just continue attacking. Then if we drew another land here, I'll just go Zealot. Okay, he's choosing to exert himself here. Okay, so there's a couple of ways that we can do this. We can, if I want to have value, I'll Trial of Ambition and then wait for next turn to do the Zealot plus Cartouche, which I'll probably do. I think it's just too much value to say no to in this case. That's removing one of the stuff he has in the battlefield, so that also helps a lot. Come on, opponent. Choose a sacrifice that you'll sacrifice for your ambition. Okay, the Gust Walker. Interesting. So the interesting thing, if he attacks with a Solitary Camel, I don't get any value from the neg1 the Soul Stinger, which he obviously knows. I'll pass. That's fine. He's with the Zealot plus Cartouche of Zeal. We're gonna catch up in the damage race, since it doesn't. My god, my command of the English language has been going down steadily, it seems. See, now he's stuck in the same sort of catch-22 as before. You know, the only way to profitably attack through the Soul Stinger here is to exert the Gust Walker, and I can definitely out-damage that. Attack with a 5/4, get the enemy down to 11. Then we have 2 removal spells in hand for next turn. And now it's already too big for an open fire, which if he had it, he should have used it previously. Mighty Leap. Oh boy, do I just die here? Nope. 1 damage left. Nope. We're just dead. We're just dead. God damn it. Yeah. Well, it's a swingy format. Sometimes you're just never safe. Wasn't expecting to get hit by 12 damage in one go. Guess sometimes trying to get too much value sort of eat yourself up like that, right? This seems okay. We seems to be pure just black all over with a few cycling cards, which is great. So we'll just play out the Vile Manifestation, cycle a few things, get some lands, play out the Morning Bone Slasher, so on and so forth. Seems to be a solid plan. We'll take the Evolving Wild because we can't play anything first turn anyway, so that's fine. Get ourselves a mountain. This one's one of the pretty decent. Oh wait, no, it's not. That can kill you, by the way. The Open Rivulet. I vaguely remember dying to that a couple of times, or killing people a number of times with it. Especially if you have enough desert, that definitely can get you. Split the mountain. Vile Manifestation. And we'll just play out the Marauding Bone Slasher. You know, that's still a better play than just cycling stuff when we can play out things. Alright, so this is an annoying card. It does mean that we'll be losing sort of 2 life per turn even if we do block. But we just want to block it because we don't want it to draw a card. Which is unfortunate, but you know, that's that. So we'll take 3 damage every turn here. Okay, we're not playing anything for mana here, so we'll just go ahead with that. We'll play Marauding Bone Slasher, so now this can actually block because I have another Bone Slasher on the battlefield. Unless there's a counter? He counters, okay. So next time we'll just play Horror of the Broken Lands. Compulsory Rest, okay. So far this is still okay, but again, you know, it's a type of format where we can just die out of nowhere. I will just play the Horror here. Do I though? Yeah, let's play the Horror here. We'll just have a big attacker that he can't race with unless he has another. No? Okay. So this way I can outrace him pretty handily. Another Compulsory Rest. Okay, that's fine. We still have lots of creatures on our hands. Just play out the Death Touch. And we'll keep things up. So if he attacks here, I can sack the Horror of the Broken Lands, which turn this into a 1/4, and then I can Supernatural Stamina and Gustwalker. What color? What's your main colors? Oh, we'll take 1. Let's gain some life while we have the chance. I guess one way to put it is I could have Supernatural Stamina and then that seems to just be like thinking too much about it. Alright, so they'll do about 3 damage a turn. See if we can outrace that. We do have if near Deadlands for the Gustwalker, so that is something that we might want to consider. Which probably I should have done last turn, because we would be at a better position now. Well, let's go ahead and sack the Marauding Bone Slasher, gain ourselves 2 life. Not too bad. Alright, Lethal Sting sort of helps, so we can actually take out the... We can take out both the Gust Walker as well as the Shadowstorm Vizier, but for now, let's just kill the Gust Walker here and sacrifice the Red Desert. Kill that, and now we can attack for 4. Nope. Okay, fine. They farmed us, I guess, for that. Well, Lethal Sting, the Wasteland Scorpion, like -1, and then kill the Shadowstorm Vizier, probably. Market is pretty decent. Actually, you know what? Let's just use Supernatural Stamina. I don't wanna waste the removal spell when it can be used for something else. Let's just get rid of his creatures. Because a 1/1 Death Touch is as deadly as a 2/2 Death Touch. And we'll play the Miasmic Mummy because I got nothing else in hand. Okay, so pretty go boy. What does he has? Oh, they have Nervalet. Sure. Low opponent. So I should still be able to do okay, because it's 3 turns. I can deal 4 damage with the Remnant here. So it will still be 3 turns, unless another piece of information reveals itself. Then we can talk about it. Discard Supernatural Summon and Island. Bringing Solitary Camel into play. Okay, unfortunately, I think I will need to use the Ifnir Dreadlands there. Ooh. I think I'll still use the Ifnir Dreadlands just because I can use the Open Fire to actually deal him damage. We'll sacrifice the Ifnir Dreadland itself. I want to keep the Ramen up as an option to burn him down. Oh, I thought that it's like every turn I'll get like lose 1 life and gain 1 life, but I read that wrong. Okay, this card is not very good. Thank you for pumping my Val manifestation. And that's a wrap. That's a wrap right there. Just keep chugging along, chugging along. We've lost one so far. Hubris again, once more. Being the downfall. Thought I was safe. But clearly I was not. Decent hand. We don't have a play until turn 3, but our plays are relatively pretty strong. Yep, and now we can get access to our format. 4 drops. Pat the dragon. Pat the dragon even more. Let's just put down the desert and I'm warding Bone Slasher. We can outrace the 2-1 without any problem. Alright, we have a Gust Walker. So let's attack first. Let's see what he does. We'll just play Mountain and to Pitiless Vizier. So next turn we can attack with everything and cycle to give this indestructible. If he blocks with like either the Nefcop Entangler or the Gust Walker, that's absolutely fine. Can keep up the Cartouche of Zeal for a surprise attack sometime. Come on, opponent. What's that? Why? Is that right? It's not. Nay. Yeah, why? Come on, opponent. Let's go. I really can't wait till the new Historic jump starts come in. There's a couple of interesting cards that I do want to play in Historic. Might record some games of Constructed once that's out, but until then, I'm not super interested in Standard at the moment. Maybe when the Innistrad cards comes out, then Standard can be interesting again, but for now I'm pretty tired of the Eldraine stuff. There's only so many Bone Crusher Giants that you can face in your lifetime before it starts dragging. His opponent just AFK? Seems like it. Well, again, plan is still the same. Attack with everything. See if he does anything. He seems active. Okay. Nothing cool, so we'll just play Zealot. Oh, the God Pharaoh here. Just Actually, not come think about. The only problem with this card is it's a toughness 3. It dies to things like open fire and to a lot of the whoop. Thankfully, not enough to kill me this time, bub. Guessing both are exerted? Yep. So I think I'll just block the Nerve Corp here. I'll just use the Supernatural Stamina so that I can kill him next turn. Don't think that kills me. I think he's just trying to get it out of lethal range for the Nerf Corp. Unfortunately, Nerf Corp. Unfortunately, still dead anyway. I'll just attack here, right? That's what? 11 damage. He technically could have survived that actually, but I guess he didn't want to. Alright, 3 wins. This is actually the best performance I've had with this set so far. The previous, so I've drafted 2 times before I recorded when the set was still like super new. When I said super new, I mean like yesterday. And I got like 0-2, 0-3, 2. I think the best I had was like 2-3. So we've done much better thanks to people passing me open fires and having black-red open. I do think that it is one of the most aggressive and easier to play style deck than the others. So that and the white-red, basically anything with red in it. White-black requires some synergy among the zombie stuff. But if you do have enough of them, they're pretty much unstoppable, I would say. Yeah, I would say the black-white zombies are the best archetype if you can put it together. Like if you get the right cards, it's really difficult. If the opponent just have like 2 binding mummies with maybe one either zombie lord or the multicolor, the Orzhov multicolor card, you know, that can already be a bit much for any deck to sort of handle, unless you have a deck just full of removals. Lighted bat. Alright, seems to be pretty alright here. We're facing a mirror. Alright, that is annoying. Should I just visor and then... So I'm just gonna Uncrop Crusher here and not exert and just attack with the both of them, and just leaving up Supernatural Stamina for that. I mean, unless the opponent have their own Supernatural Stamina, in which case, you know, we're just trading Supernatural Staminas anyway. Interesting. Alright, let's see if we're just trading Supernatural Staminas here, ladies and gentlemen. Guess not. Still have 2 removals in hand, which feels good. We have a clear the way type of card, which isn't so good. The 2/1 is not a very good blocker. And if we draw into a land, we can Pitiless Vizier with the Cartouche of Zeal, making that unblockable and doing 10 damage straight through. Discard 2, probably Lethal Sting and the Cartouche. I feel like that's just a good card just to have. And open, I'm not gonna discard Open Fire. Just stack with a 3/3 here. I don't feel like exerting. Do I feel like exerting? You know what, let's just exert. Just put in the damage for now. This makes it harder for them to do anything. Just punch through. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, we got a desert cycling. Looking for answers, it seems. Hopefully not finding any. Alright, I'm hoping for a cycling card so I can attack with a Pitiless Vizier. Let's just take a forest, just in case we draw into the card. Not exactly what I want, but just stack with 3/3 here. Okay. Okay. That seems alright. Oh, does he have like Anger of the Gods? Or, not Anger of the Gods, the cycling one. What do you call it? Sweltering Suns. Sweltering Suns is what I'm looking at. Yeah, if he has that in hand, he would just keep cycling until he has a mountain. Which clears up my whole entire board. I mean, it's still dead. And Crop Crusher can just make everything unblockable. And then I have Open Fire. So we exert, attack, attack, attack. And 14 damage. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. We are getting there this time around. Alright, this seems okay. It's a bit slower than our previous starts, but what we can do is we can at the very least cycle the Desert Ceradon and see if we can get any set of better cards. We do have removal as in Open Fire, and the Soul Stinger can be there to be a deterrent. Come on, OP. There we go. It's Desert first. Alright, I'm okay with that. We'll get rid of the Desert Ceradon. We're not gonna be casting it this game probably. I was gonna cycle it anyway. Ooh, nice. We are getting some good stuff onto the battlefield. Just having a 5 power now makes it difficult for our opponent, even if he had trials strength. We'll just open fire the 4/2 Crocodile Beast and just keeps going. Is he attacking? Well, I guess. Just continue. I'll probably just discard the Soul Stinger here. Not interested in Soul Stingering at the moment. It's a bit dangerous for him to actually attack there. It's much harder to... Okay. Does he just want to pile it up? Okay, he does. Okay, so if I do this, make that into a 3/2, yeah. That seems reasonable. So just like with everything here, even if he double blocks the 4/4, it's fine. If he blocks the mummies, those are fine as well. So if he attacks here, he would be at 5, and then that's still lethal on board. So that is reasonable. Ooh, Cartouche of Strength. That's a problem. That gains him 8 life. Oof. You should really attack at that type of time, I feel. But I'll take it. So if we draw a land next turn, we just win because we can Ramen Up Ruin on his face. Do you want to cycle for that? Yes, I do. Land? No. Only target creature. Alright, that can attack. Someone's cell phone outside seems to be ringing. Okay, trial strength, that's absolutely fine. It's a 4/2, so it'll get deemed worthy to be a wonderful sacrificial lamb for us. Well, we're not getting a land, but we are getting cartouches of Zeal, as well. There was a sniper, which is still lethal anyway, even if he Edifice of Authority here. All right, great, 4 wins. money back, gem back, some. Oh, 5 wins, sorry. 5 wins, money back, yes. Right, maybe recording for you guys is a good luck charm. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, the guy with the phone at the alleyway is really getting to me. It's like his phone is just ringing. It's just like not picking up, and I'm like, dude, if somebody's calling you, pick up. All right, that's really good. That is really, really good. All right, 0-4. Still dying to a trial of ambition. Which is perfect. Because that can be a pretty big attacker at the end of the day. Yeah, that was what it does. I played that deck, that the Drake blue-red deck with the Ravnica Drake as well, the one that draws you a card when enters the battlefield. What do I do here? What do I do here? That is an annoying creature, but it doesn't really... I guess we just attack and maybe Destined if he blocks here. Sure, let's just play the Death Touch. Alright, now that thing is dying. Oops. I mean, target that, and then putting the 1/1 counter on the Wasteland Scorpion. There we go. And turn. So I guess technically with the Uncard Crusher we can just outrace him. Maybe that would have been the right decision. Because that means that that is a removal wasted at this point. Alright, well, we're still gonna be attacking you, buddy. And we are much more painful than you are. So this is really good. We have the cartouches, one or the lifelink one can really get pretty crazy, considering. If we're in a race position is what I meant. Let's cancel that first. Okay, so what do we do here? We can kill the aerial guide and then Amonkhet Crusher or something. I mean, I guess we just play this on, I don't know, say a Ruthless Sniper. Get that not blocked. Trial Ambition goes back to hand. We'll play the desert, and then we just attack here. 6 damage. He has 4 life left, so even if he plays... Okay, Riddle Form doesn't help here. Okay, so let's assume that he has something to trigger the Riddle Form at instant speed, and say that that is a open fire. I still think that we have lethal, no? Well, let's attack with everything. We have destined. Destined to be ready. Struggle, what does this do? Deals so much, that's okay. So let's give that an indestructible. So he does have to block that, leaving him with 1 life left. Yep, it's absolutely fine. Alright, that doesn't help you. Alright, good game, Deathball 911. 6 wins! 6 wins! 1 more till a perfect score. 1 more till a perfect score. Well, not a perfect score, I lost once. That's still pretty good, still pretty good. You know, again, considering my last few drafts have been pretty bad. This seems to be a good one. And it's definitely a lot shorter than that draft challenge that we went through. So it's only been recording for an hour compared to 2.5 hours last time. Alright, this is a pretty good hand. We have Desert for cycling. We have Open Fire for early removal, as well as a Desert, which can kill stuff. Okay, I think this is fine. We'll actually discard the Evolving Wilds here. Yes. I think the Near Deadlands is, like all the cards on this hand, is a bit too valuable at the moment to discard. That's a bit annoying. I think I'll just kill it. I have another Open Fire in hand. Feels odd. Magma Spray, okay. Magma Spray is also a very good card. But you just want to play that out? I think I'll just play that out. We have a Desert Troodon in the graveyard, so that's a 1/4, which is totally fine. Okay, perfect. So we get a 4/3 here. The Magmaroth, I don't know how I feel about the Magmaroth. I guess it depends on how much non-creature spells you're running. Because in this case, quite a bit. Unfortunately, that does mean that the 1 power here just gets cancelled out. Oh boy! Yeah, I think I'm just dead here. I don't know how I can deal with the Scorpion God. Card is insane. the only removal that can deal with that is actually the final reward, and I did not have that in my deck. Let's get rid of that. I'll just concede here. I will concede to the Scorpion God. Dwayne The Rock Johnson can have its way with me. Alright, last game, whether we win or lose, just keep moving forward. Yeah, this seems alright. First time evolving walls, taking a mountain and then swamp, and then we'll see how it goes. Hello to you too, good sir. Two mana first strike lifelink is pretty dope. That's pretty good. Alright, that's pretty decent too as well. So I'll just get rid of the Supernatural Stamina. Supernatural Stamina does not work against first strikers. So, okay, please checks. Oof, look at that curve. That's an exert right there. That's alright. I do want to kill the Sacred Cat as quickly as possible. So we'll open fire that. There is some consideration of just open firing the End Crop Crasher, but I feel that at that point the Sacred Cat with the cartouches is a bit more difficult for me to handle. Okay, so I'm gonna I want both of these though. Guess I am. Yeah, that makes things even more difficult. I feel like I'm doing things wrongly here. I got the Cartouche of Zeal. We're pretty behind. Wrath of God, okay. Wait, Wrath of God wasn't the set? I don't remember that. Is that one of the new ones? Okay. Things are starting to look up here. We'll pass turn. If he does nothing, then we can kill the End Crop Crusher and start attacking with a Cartouche of Ambition. Ooh, Orchestra's Monument. Okay. That can be big game. That's fine. Okay, that's pretty decent because that does allow us to, you know, pick off some of his creatures as well if it comes to that. And now we're here, we're attacking for 5, gaining 3. We can hopefully build up from that. 3, 5. survive. Drop down to a 1-3. I guess that's where we would be. A 1-3 they would just triple block me. I guess that does not work out. That is instant. No, that's sorcery. This is instant. Okay. Boy. Now they're just gonna gain life like there's no tomorrow. I'll just hold that. Yup. I guess I'll take 3. Okay, that makes that into a 4-4. Does that help? So what I'll do is I'll do that and just this one's whatever. I'm not gonna attack. We'll shrink that and sack the Remnant Ruin here. Makes it a lot harder for him to attack. This is pretty bad though. I mean, it's not like, so as soon as they get the trial in, the white trial, that can be really, really bad. I don't know why they're attacking here. I'm assuming they have some sort of, okay, there we go. It doesn't matter, but sometimes auto tapper gets you. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it. I don't think I can outrace that. So I think that's an interesting. This is sort of an interesting deck where the opponent's deck is pretty interesting in that it has a very clear game plan, which is make tokens with Opetra's Monument and profit from that with Anointed Priest, gain life, stabilize, and then hit in the air to finish off. We'll cycle here. I don't think the Wasteland Scorpion can do very much in this. Okay, that's something. That's something. Solitary Camel, making more dudes, gaining more life. Okay, that can be interesting. So we'll, at the very least, we'll deal 2 damage to him every turn, starting from now. Courtesy of the Zealot of the God Pharaoh. I'll just block the Marauding with the Marauding Bone Slasher here. Impeccable timing. Well, guess what? He's destined to survive and take down a camel. Target opponent. Oh, just continue to build the board. Maybe sooner or later we will have enough, because the lead would open up the way for us to push through actually. So that's pretty good. I'm still just worried that he'll be able to embalm this dude. Let's actually play that as a creature. Okay, how much damage is this? We have 3, 7, 11, 18. Okay, not enough yet, not enough yet. But getting close, getting really, really close. Ooh. I think that's gonna be rough. Oh, he's not attacking. Interesting. I would have attacked. I would have attacked pretty heavily there. I mean, I guess I just start attacking with the Desert Ceradon here. That can take out quite a bit of stuff. I'll take out an Anointer Priest. No, actually, Anointer Priest will just come back. Oh, actually, that was pretty bad. I should not have attacked with that. Whoopsie. Is that me dead? I think that's me dead, but let's just play it out. Yep, that looks like me dead. Alright, well, I played pretty sloppily there. There's no reason for me to attack with that 6-4. Actually, that was a pretty bad attack. So we'll take the 6 wins. I think the 6 wins is more to do with the fact that the deck is pretty good. I think I definitely could have played a lot smoother in some of those matches as well. But overall, super happy with the performance. 6 wins in a format that I am pretty unfamiliar with. I will take that. I will take that any day. All right, with that, good night. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.